Dear Diary. Nagsimula akong mag-journal at a very young age. And back then, I thought, kaya lang ako nagsusulat sa journal. It's because it's what young girls do. But I never outgrew it. What kept me writing, and what benefit do I get out of writing journals year after year? That is what we're going to talk about tonight in this Forward Friday. I am Cheksai. Let's start. Tag-ulan na naman. And one of my favorite pastime whenever tag-ulan, yung naka-mood ka, is to go to my journals, pick a random year, open to a random page, and read away. Maraming tao nag-keep ng journal because they think that it's therapeutic because of the act of writing, which is true. No? It becomes cathartic because whatever you experience, whatever your thoughts are, kasi di ba, whenever we experience something, may external experience, may internal experience din. You get to write them, pour it out on paper, and of course, preserve those thoughts, no? Kaya nga sa akin, palagay ko, ang pinakamalaking benefit sa akin ng keep ng journal is not just in the act of writing, but in the act of reading back sa kanila years after I have written them. There are 5 things I think that are there for me to enjoy and benefit from because I have kept journals all these years. Needless to say, I have to tell you, if you haven't started keeping a journal, start now because you should have started yesterday. But it's never too late. You will have more years to enjoy writing and more years to enjoy reading back on them pa naman. So, what are the 5 things that I get to enjoy because I have journals all these years? Number 1, I get to read back on my life and recognize life scripts. Ano yung mga recurring themes sa buhay ko? Ano yung mga recurring patterns, recurring struggles? Because they somehow gives me an idea kung ano yung life script ko. Ano ba yung life script? Ito yung kwento na ina-assume mo is totoo sa buhay mo. Life scripts like a hero or life script na lagi ko namang napagtatagumpayan ang lahat. Or life script na ako ang laging biktima, I always get the shorter end of the stick. Those things you get to believe. And because you believe them, it keeps recurring in your life in such a way that it has been a common theme na sa year after year mong buhay. When I recognize that the life script that I am getting, that I am reading from my journals are working for me, then good. If it is not working for me, I am given another chance to correct that life script in my head. If I don't have a journal, of course, you still have a way to know about it. Kapag pinuntahan mo yung kaibigan mo, tapos sabihin sa'yo, hay nako, yan na naman ang problema mo. Sinabi ko na naman sa'yo dati, wag mga ganyan ang pinapasok mo sa pinapasok mong tao sa buhay mo, wag yung ganyang opportunities ang pinapasok mo. Then you get to, to also learn about your life scripts. But if you have a journal, even without those people, you get to read your life patterns in a linear way. So it's easier to perceive the patterns. The second that I get to benefit from rereading my own journals is to relearn the lessons na natutunan ko in the past. There are times that napagdaanan mo na, natutunan mo na, nakalimutan mo, and then you encounter another similar circumstance and you did not get to use it. When I read back, I get to see, ay, natutunan ko na pala to dati. So, kailangan to talagang ma-review to because it became crucial again another time in my life and I wasn't able to use it. Now, I'm going to remember it. Promise. Okay, if you don't get to remember it, you still get another chance when you read back again. The third one, which is coupled with the fourth one, is that you see your constants and your fleeting or mga passers-by mo. No? Ano yung mga constant? Constant mong taktika o strategy sa buhay na works for you. Constant talent mo, constant go-to mo, constant person mo. Mga tao na constantly is providing you solution, making life easier for you. Always around you when things are difficult. Then, you also get to recognize kung ano yung mga fleeting, no? Yung mga problema mo na para bang wala nang solusyon dati na ngayon, pag binabalikan mo, parang sisiw. Or things that you, or people, no, who were very, very important to you, talagang they were always on your mind, and then later on, they don't matter anymore. Or the self-doubt that you have been crippled with all this time, and then now when you look at it, you say, kaya ko naman pala, hindi naman pala ako yun, hindi pala ako yung tao na yun, eto pala ako, who I am right now. So then you get to realize what are the things that are fleeting, what are the things that are constant. So therefore you get to nourish the things that are, you know where to put your priorities to the constants, and know that the things that are fleeting are, kailangan mo lang pagdaanan, and that, what, you're gonna be okay, because you're gonna look back to the same challenges, the same kinds of people, the same self-doubt, and in time, you know that you will just brush them off, and you'd be stronger, you'd be in better circumstances in time. And the last one, of course, when you do all this, look back on your life script and correct them, look back on the lessons, relearn them, your constants and your mga temporary, so that you know where to put your priorities, you get to see if you are growing. 10 years ago, paano ba ako mag-isip? Ganito pa rin ba ako mag-isip ngayon? Did that line of thinking help me? How do I use that now? Or, hindi ko na ginagamit yung ganong klase ng thinking ngayon. Kaya siguro I'm in a better place. Or, 10 years ago, ganito na ako mag-isip. Ganito pa rin ako mag-isip ngayon. Where has that brought me? Is it working? If it's not working, then you have to change. Hopefully, we don't just look back on our journals 10 years after, in such a way that yung pwede natin paiksiin na learning curve, humaba pa ng 10 taon. But, you get the point. When you read back on journals, you learn about yourself. You learn about your journey. You understand yourself more. Sometimes you become more forgiving because you know that may kailangan ka lang talaga pagdaanan. Sometimes you get to challenge yourself as well, because you know that you're going nowhere. Or you get to comfort yourself that things are gonna be all right. That is our Forward Friday for this week. I hope that everyone's safe and warm in their homes. Of course, very healthy, not only physically but also mentally. And join me again next week for another Forward Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Bye.